Season 3 of Street Fighter League continues, but this is the preseason and we have our main event match coming up. That's Vicious, Tasty Steve. Who do we have in our main event tonight, Vicious?
So we got a sampler platter, if you will, of UIU versus Psycho Shinobi. It's gonna be Oil King versus HotDog29. Now, with that said, again, this is gonna be quite the matchup. This leads into the actual season 3. One important thing to note is that Oil King, top-notch Rashid player through and through. Hot Dog, outbreak year was like what, 2018? His breakout year, 2018. Fantastic work with Bison and some of the most innovative play I've ever seen. These guys have been going at it season after season. Not too long ago, Oil King actually put Hot Dog into losers in Capcom Cup 2019, right? So this is gonna be the official run back for them on a pretty high scale.
The official run back between the two. I actually can't wait to see it. Hot Dog is a player that I've personally had experience with. Commentating matches in Taiwan. I've seen this man play. Same thing goes for Oil King, another established player in the world of Street Fighter. Two very, very, very strong players. I think this is gonna be really cool. But Oil King is one of the premier Rashid players at this point. I mean, there's a lot of Rashid players out there, I feel, but there's only a few that comes to mind. I mean, most recently we saw JB, UIU's JB on Street Fighter League. So now we have another very strong Rashid on the side of Oil King. I think this is gonna be a very high profile match, and I believe we have words, but first we will be listening to Oil King.
My team is Team UIU, and my teammates NL and Kami. I think my team is very strong. Be careful, everybody. Me and Hot Dog is a very good friend. We are training partner too because, as we know, I come from Taiwan, I come from Hong Kong. We both can speak Mandarin. We know each other very well. So for me today, this match will not be easy for me. I already played Rashid for a long time, right? But I cannot play my Rashid too much. So I will try my second character, Seth, and see will work or not. I think this is a good timing to try my second character.
Words from Oil King, and he's an established competitor all over the world. We've seen him even going a little bit into the TO side as well.
Right.
Opponent, however, is going to be none other than HotDog29. Can you talk to us a little bit about HotDog29? Like, I've commentated a few of his matches, I've seen him play. What is your experiences with HotDog29?
So if we look back at his 2019 season, we were looking at the race to Capcom Cup. One of the more critical points of that entire tour are the qualifying spots. One of the more notable ones was the North American Regional Qualifier. It was pretty much the last chance to get into Capcom Cup, other than the last chance qualifier technically. But for the North American scene, Hot Dog came in and shut everybody down. He came in, traveled those waters, and just destroyed everybody, and I mean that specifically. If you take a look at the records, take a look at the archives, he played his heart out. Yeah, so he's coming back with a vengeance. I'm pretty sure he's been practicing. I've seen him in a handful of online tournaments as well, but overall, I think with this change to a couple changes to Bison, I think he's going to prove to be quite the threat to pretty much anybody as to why he's the captain, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be very interesting to see Hot Dog play off against Oil King in this run back. Now, Oil King as well, he's had a lot of practice with his character for years now. I mean, Rashid, he has teammates like JB to also tell him what's good with certain matches. I'm pretty sure he's going to be competent in terms of playing against the Bison matchup, but I'm really curious to see how Hot Dog performs. I'm really excited to see whether or not he stepped up and, grown out his mustache.
Well, let's find out if HotDog29 has grown out that mustache. We have an interview. Take a look.
I'm a very good friend with, he's my big brother, Oil King. And Oil King got his own strategy, Street Fighter, very aggressive, fast, but meanwhile have very good defense. This is a very unique playing style. But I trained with him a lot. Last year at the Capcom Cup, I lost to Oil King. He's a very good brother for me. He's saying I'm too nervous because that was my first time with Capcom Cup, and he tried to like tell me to not to feeling too frustrating. Just try to like make me feel better. So I appreciate it. I'm not saying this revenge, but anyway, I will try to win. My strategy is beat Oil King as always. It's like do my defense like 100%. I hope it works because it's like Oil King will always challenge your reaction. If my reaction is good enough, I think I could win today.
HotDog mentioned in his interview that he really looks up to Oil King as a mentor, a big brother. And what's funny is that HotDog had very similar results to Oil King's run in 2018. And you know what Oil King's saying? That you know what, it's going to be fine. You played your heart out. You played as good as you could, but just that player played better this year. And that maybe your nerves got to you. What's funny is Oil King went through that exact same stress. He knows and understands that situation and has experienced it himself. We were talking about 2018 Capcom Cup. I'm telling you, Oil King was in one of the rooms on top, like in the esports arena at the time. He was in that backstage, and Sejam and I were actually like witnessing firsthand how depressed he was. He sat down, he slumped over. He was literally like this. He's like, I don't get it. I don't understand how some of these players, like Daigo, he just does so well every year. All these other players are doing so good. What am I doing wrong? You know, and there was nothing we really could say except reassure him. I was like, hey man, sometimes people just get the best of you. It's not anything against what you've been doing. It's not about you really. It's just that some people just happen to play good and play better than you that year or that day. At the same time, it's like, you can be nervous. That happens to everybody. You got to find a way to counter that. You got to find a way to just try to overcome it as much as you could, because some things you can control, some things you can't.
Even more so to the fact that now he's playing HotDog, who HotDog considers him a mentor, and you said yourself before that Oil King has went through his own growing pains. So as an exhibition and a main card event, this can be no better. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have HotDog versus Oil King.
He got rid of the mustache.
He got rid of the mustache. Man, that looks weird, but I like the gaming glasses though.
I stole it from him. All right, Kolin versus Seth.
I've talked about the fact that we don't have many Seths here. First, that color is sick because the eyes are red on the Seth, but I didn't think we were going to see many Seths here. Seth, one of the last characters released for Street Fighter V Championship Edition, and we don't have much representation, but here we go. Oil King pulling out the Seth.
You know, I forget. So Seth was like technically the first character announced for Season 5. We might even get to see some characters before Street Fighter League Season 3 starts. Who knows? Who knows? Very exciting prospects here. All right,
I like that.
Dive kick coming in.
Yeah, that quarter circle back kick in the air just to control the neutral game. It changes her Seth's trajectory as well. Kolin needs to be really careful though. Being able to try to like catch stuff in the air.
I like that, yeah. So HotDog has been very aware of when Seth's V-skill runs out. There's a decent amount of recovery on that to try to chase down or even close the gap.
Good button right there. Just don't wake up to stop the pressure from HotDog. From Oil King, excuse me.
And it's kind of ridiculous that Seth, after throw, can still get Oki. Oh yeah, great confirm on the V-skill. You actually have to press the button again to something in like that.
With the standing heavy punch. Ooh, Oil King.
You still go downhill. Yeah, with this touch of a fierce, but there wasn't enough behind it.
That was terrifying, and this is why it's terrifying. Gets to confirm this time, EX Parabellum hands. A throw for your life, and that's gonna be it. HotDog29. Showing you why there's the extra bun in there. It's for him.
I thought he said button, but he said bun. I was like, ah. I never knew why there was an extra bun. I'm just thinking about it now.
It's the 29th hot dog. It's the 29th hot dog.
That's actually ridiculous. Oh man, he went for the button press. I mean, he went for the commitment anyways.
Ooh, crush. Dash up. Target into Parabellum hands, gets the knockdown.
Big counter hit conversion, yes sir. Knockdown, missed throw a little bit too early on the mark. Escaping the corner, now it's Seth's turn to play. Gets the cross up.
Jump light. EX Tatsu, activate on the trigger too.
Bring him back down. Get the reset. What side? Nice block from HotDog.
I like the awareness, but look at the offense from HotDog though.
Whoop. Here comes Oil King, and it's such a stressful situation. Having an axe kick.
Oh, tries to go for the counter, and HotDog. Pathetic.
I have never actually seen like the full-on win pose from Seth yet, so that's pretty interesting. Overall, so having that kind of axe kick, you kind of treat it like a dive kick as well. You get to change your trajectory at a moment's notice. And off of the dive kick, especially in the corner, you get access to so many routes that lead to fat damage.
Okay, sweep, cancel, parabellum.
Ooh.
And it's very strange spinning the EX in that instance because I don't see a lot of sets just take the knockdown with the regular Ora hands. Like, I don't see it.
No, you're absolutely right. I think him using the meter as well sets him up for a lot of corner carry and just that extended Oki, right?
Well, because it gives him knockdown, right? So he can at least, you still get that pressure.
Now you're probably looking for an activation route.
Oh! I'm tired of that.
Sweep into B trigger. We're gonna see some. Ooh, okay, man. HotDog has been all over these air options against Oil King. Activate, you know it. Great block on the overhead. So, hold on, wait a minute.
HotDog29. The way that HotDog29 is controlling the neutral, just based off of the fact that like you're looking at Seth, who has decent buttons at that range, but we said this in matches before with Kolin. Her normals up close are terrifying. If you get crushed one time, it can change the whole probability of a game. We saw what happened. You get the crush counter, go into EX Parabellum hands, and you can carry to the corner in a lot of instances.
Right.
You better hope they don't have trigger, but that's the problem with Kolin, man. She's a snowball, man. It's like an avalanche. It goes downhill, it gets bigger and bigger till you can't stop it.
One of the things that I really enjoyed watching from HotDog is this quick analysis of what Oil King was doing and the immediate adaptation to stuffing out any sort of air options, whether it be throw, anti-air fierce, crouch fierce, what have you, or even if he's not in that correct spacing, he'll do jump back jab to just reset that situation, because there's certain things that Seth can do to kind of bully you, especially with that axe kick, and he's doing a great job of just deterring that motion in general. So Oil King now has a problem. He has to say, okay, now that my air approach is gone, what am I gonna do on the ground?
Man, Seth is such a cool character. You know, I did not like Seth of Street Fighter 4, but Seth of Street Fighter 5, I'm like, yeah, this
Normalized.
is sick.
Normalized completely.
This is the most perfected person. I like these B skills, just to control the neutral. Once again, nice cancel with the heavy kick.
Also, that's probably the best anti-air button in the game.
Man,
I gotta say.
look! Follow up.
Oh no.
It's a little tricky though, I will say that. And look at HotDog just dashing in, try to make sure that Kolin does not get comfortable at this range. Okay.
The commentaries. Oh, the mad cradle. I'm telling you, Seth is so sick.
Once again, and that is really throwing off the timing for the reversals.
You know how broken that is? Do you understand how broken that is? That can either be overhead or the lows. It just depends on how fast you can react to that initial startup of that normal. That's broke. It's not that broke. I think it's really good.
It's just good.
Especially combined with B to the 2, I think it's very good.
Fresh. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Sweep
Set up
still
the
gets the corner. And look at this, already in the corner. What are you going to do? Okay.
Oh, way to contest that. You know, plus frames on a low medium kick is pretty good, but trying to delay your normal afterwards.
Oh, finally
no!
gets the counter, the donkey kick. All right.
Man, I'm surprised Oil King is still pressing the button despite being in a negative situation. Wait a minute, low. Oh, the throw. Come here, girl. Yeah, force me to the corner, a lot of carry. We're gonna see an activation sooner or later.
Get off of me.
Oh, he's looking to activate straight off of a hit.
I like
it's
this.
V-trigger 2, I forget.
Still getting used to going for those throws. You see a lot of jumps coming from Oil King, and it's not working out because Kolin has an air throw and being called out.
That's a good amount of damage on the way down, man.
Okay. EX Parabellum.
Dash up twice. Oh no, he's already in the corner, so he's gonna activate the hail. The delayed crouch strong, that's gonna be a stun.
Yeah, that should be
sure.
stun. Breaker arm.
Let it snow. Here we go. Is it gonna be a throw?
Dang, boys,
no,
man.
he's
Let
gonna
it
go
snow.
for combo.
Frozen, want to build a snowman? Get off.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the overhead raw!
Raw
Man,
EX? Oh yeah, they're scrapping right now.
There it is.
Not dead. Try to, that was definitely throw. There's a mix up, take the damage instead. And the push to the corner.
That's tough. I feel like he was trying to go for another route to activate V-trigger 2, but who knows?
I would have took the activation. I would have just took the activation right there. Oh, wait a minute. Double,
He thought.
the Mega Man double jump to get out of danger?
You hear the bloop, and as soon as he gets hit, bloop, 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 bloop. That's what I was waiting for. Hey, but great job from HotDog navigating out the corner. I think that's always tricky to kind of track down Kolin. You never know if she's just trying to jump out. The icicle comes out, but what do you do after that as Seth? It's kind of tough.
You know what's odd enough is the fact that Oil King was calling out the fact that the counters were there by doing different stuff in the air. That axe kick from Seth really throws off that counter. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, do you really want to use V-Skill 1? Like, is that what you want to do? Like, I think that it's going to be a lot tougher to lock down HotDog at this point because he's now getting aware. He's like, oh, you want to change your trajectory. Now I'm going to stay back a little further, play that range game, and make you walk up to me. Because Seth doesn't have a projectile, so you got to go in with just those normals until you get that trigger. But here we go.
Doesn't have a single trait from Dawson, by the way.
Ah.
Great. Fantastic. No stretchy limbs here. None of that.
Oh, yeah. Unlike Street Fighter 4.
Oh, boy.
Unlike Street Fighter 4. Had to deal with snipes from Seth. Come on, bro. You were okay with that, huh, Vicious? You was just okay with that. No, no, no. You were okay. No,
that's why I played Xian.
Wow. I see you're cheap, and I raise you even more cheap, as Vicious says.
Oh, absolutely.
Game number 3.
We don't play fair. Man, do you see how hype Oil King was beginning the set?
I love the fact it's still going right back to like the air approach.
Okay, so that's great using that from that far to kind of test HotDog's reactions to see whether or not he'll commit to any sort of normal or any sort of special move like the counter to stop any air approach.
Okay, Parabellum takes the Oki.
Converting off the jab into the target combo. Man, this character's so good.
Oh, can be hit again. That was for stun. Actually makes it out of the corner. Wait a minute, a double throw. Oil King in control. Parry, you gotta chill out in between the top two?
Yes, yes. That's the thing, right? With the spin kick, the roundhouse one, there's considerable startup on it. Despite it being safe, you still have a significant gap to do whatever you so please. However, if you do low medium into the light kick version or the medium kick version, that is indeed a block strike.
Whoa.
Oh, I think he tried to go for at least stand close. Ooh, crush counter.
Catch it in the air. And now, like, Oil King's trying to get in, and it is not working out. Every time he's met with a button, another confirmed hit, and look at the meter. Stun.
I'm the big brother now. I don't think that's how it works. No, that's how I say it.
I was now born first. Excuse me?
I feel like twins would fight about that all the time. I was born first.
I think they do. I think they do.
Without doubt.
Bro, HotDog29. HotDog29.
With Kolin. With Kolin.
I did not see that coming. I did definitely not see that coming. I didn't see the Kolin pick, nor did I see the Seth pick. And how well HotDog is doing right now? Oil King's not looking too good.
We are confirming that HotDog is playing Kolin, right? I want to make sure that we're seeing this correctly, because this is actually a great adaptation with HotDog from play styles, right? You're going from Bison play to Kolin play. He knows how to set up. I feel like he's one of those guys that really know how to X-copy one player and apply it to his own play styles really well, because this is like shades of Kolin from other top Kolin players. Like his routes of going into the hands, into sweep, into either dash up or hailstorm has been completely on point in terms of like how he's tracking down Oil King. He sees the space on the screen and he understands immediately what options to go to. I'm telling you, man, he
just seems like he has so much experience in this matchup, man. Or maybe just the Kolin is just that sharp. Maybe this is what you talked about, those secondary characters we've been talking about. You said you were worried about HotDog29. I'm not too worried as much anymore, man. This Kolin is looking really sharp.
You know how I know that he understands the matchup? Just that one instance. Boom! One right there. The second one is that he knows the gap between low medium kick and the tornado kick, right? He knows that gap between that string, being able to counter it so effectively. Oh, man. And that's just the problem with axe kicks inherently, right? You just can't really predict what the opponent's going to do. And I'm telling you, he understands the matchup. He knows how to stand outside of that V-skill, and he knows how to punish it. On point is HotDog, but here comes Oil King. Don't count him out yet.
Needs to be careful of those axe kicks, trying to get in, another air throw. And that's what the thing about committing to that with Seth is that you have to be careful. That air throw from Kolin, you gotta respect it. Whew. Tick throw, the special.
That's so cheap.
Yep. And that's why I said it's a special. He loves doing that. I like the distance just far enough away. You gotta chill. Set point coming up for HotDog right now. Man, this dude HotDog pulling out the Kolin, putting everybody on tilt.
It's the new age, Steve. The Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
I need to see.
Damn,
Oh,
oh,
no,
yo.
Oil King needs to take a seat.
Look,
Get out of the air.
And you can see,
You're not clear for
what did I
takeoff.
tell you? It was a snowball going downhill. At first the counters weren't working, and now look at it. An early stun, and this could be it. It's gonna have to take one more guess though. You gotta do one more.
Oh, he goes for the hard knockdown instead, or just the knockdown in general. No resets here. He's playing solid.
Dash up, still had trigger. Seth definitely still has full bar resources. All stocked up for the winner. Oh,
Again,
the
you
dash
see him
up.
maneuvering in and out of that V-skill range. I think he's been 100% up. No, you know, I have to say, I'll retract here. Every time it either like misses or whiffs, right, or misses, or it actually like has him like blocking it within range, he's either dashed up to punish or just dashed up to close the gap and just wait. I think he's very, very solid and astute as to when and where that V-skill actually hits.
I think you're right. Like the way that he's used that range, he's like, yo, if you do V-skill here, I can either dash in or I can take my turn back. And I felt like removing that was one of the best things you could have done altogether. I mean, especially considering you don't even have to use that V-skill. So that means he was well prepared for what was coming afterwards. HotDog29 pulling out the Kolin and actually just throwing me all the way off. We spoke about the fact that like we don't know some of these guys have backup characters. What are their secondary characters looking like? I think we got a great look at it with this last match.
No, absolutely. I'm very concerned with how he's going to do with Street Fighter League Season 3 going forward, right? This Kolin is looking as sharp as ever. And Oil King, he still has a lot of experience with the game, right? So there could be more than just Seth. Maybe he's kind of throwing him off his scent, right? He's just like, yeah, I'll just throw this Seth in there.
Damn,
to kind of mess with my younger brother, right? He's like, oh, I'm going to throw you the controller that's unplugged, but you're playing, don't worry.
The Seth is the curveball. Like, let's see what you're doing over there. Let's see what you're doing over there.
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I know who knows. HotDog29. We got some words from the winner. Let's take a listen.
Because Seth is still a very new characters of this season, and I think I got like a more knowledge in the matchup. I think it's worth to try a full set of like first of all with Seth, because that could make Oil King himself to try to realize the problems of Seth. I think Oil King definitely will like study the match. He will get back stronger with his Seth. Okay.
HotDog being the victor, had some words from the champion as well. Got two characters neither one of us expected to see out of these players. Do you feel like this kind of sets the tone for what's going to happen in the league? I mean, HotDog pulling out the Kolin, you know, Oil King not doing too well.
As much as it can, really. We're always talking about what secondary characters are coming into play at that. And to kind of add on to it, we have an international level of competition, top tier competition. Like this is just a sample of what you're expecting for Street Fighter League Season 3. So it does give hints as to what we can expect. A lot of fantastic things. HotDog really showing his effective Kolin play, that he's ready for the character bans. Oil King as well, showing as much as he can with the Seth. Again, brand new character. There's still plenty of time to work this character out, but if all else fails, still got Rashid, right?